AI is a tool, not a business model. What if I told you that every person buying an AI income course right now is making the exact same mistake people made buying internet business courses in 1999? The tool is real, the hype is real, but the money, that's a completely different conversation. Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. AI is infrastructure, not income. A hammer doesn't build a house by itself. A calculator doesn't do your taxes by itself. And AI doesn't generate wealth by itself. It amplifies what already exists. If you have zero sales skills, AI will help you send more bad emails faster. If you have zero marketing knowledge, AI will help you produce more content nobody reads. If you have zero understanding of human psychology, AI will help you automate conversations that convert nobody. The people making real money from AI right now are not the people using AI. They are the people who already had strong businesses, strong offers, and strong customer relationships before AI arrived. They layered AI on top of a working foundation and got 3x faster results. You cannot layer speed on top of nothing and expect something to appear. Speed times zero is still zero. That is the mathematical reality of AI wealth creation that nobody in your YouTube feed is telling you. Stop chasing the tool. Start building the foundation. Keynote 2. The skill gap is widening, not closing. What if AI was actually making the rich richer and leaving everyone else further behind, not because it's unfair, but because of something you can completely control? Here's what's happening in real time. The people at the top of every industry, the top copywriters, the top consultants, the top salespeople, they are now using AI to produce what used to take a team of 10 people. They are not being replaced, they are being multiplied. Meanwhile, the person with no real skill is using the same AI tools and producing mediocre work at scale. The market can tell the difference, clients can tell the difference, algorithms can tell the difference. What AI has done is raise the floor and raise the ceiling simultaneously. Yes, anyone can now produce decent content, but decent content in 2026 is completely worthless because everybody is producing it. The only thing that cuts through is exceptional quality built on real expertise. And real expertise still requires years of deliberate practice, real failure, real client feedback, and real iteration. AI cannot shortcut that process. It can assist the process once the expertise exists. The gap between the person with genuine skill using AI and the person with no skill using AI is not shrinking. It is expanding at a terrifying rate. Your skill is your only real competitive advantage in an AI-saturated world. Keynote 3. Passive income through AI is almost entirely fiction. What if the passive income with AI promise is the most expensive lie you will ever believe? Not because it costs you money up front, but because it costs you the years you spend chasing it. Let's do the math that the course sellers never show you. Someone sells you the dream. Set up an AI content system, run some ads, make money while you sleep. Beautiful. Except here's what they don't tell you. Building that system requires understanding copywriting, audience psychology, offer creation, traffic mechanics, and conversion optimization. Maintaining that system requires constant monitoring, updating prompts, testing new angles, and responding to platform changes. Scaling that system requires capital, team management, and operational knowledge. None of that is passive. All of that is work. The word passive in business means that the active work happened earlier. The author who gets royalties did decades of active writing first. The investor who earns dividends did decades of active wealth building first. The business owner with systems did years of active team building first. AI does not create a shortcut to the passive stage. It can accelerate your journey through the active stage if you are doing the right active work. Stop looking for the shortcut. The shortcut is a longer road disguised as a faster one. Do the work now, earn the passive later. Keynote 4. Everyone has access, so access is worthless. What if the fact that you can access the most powerful AI tools in history for $20 a month is actually the worst possible thing for your income potential? Think about this carefully. Competitive advantage only exists when you have something others don't have. When everyone has the same tool, the tool itself creates zero competitive advantage. In 2023, knowing how to use ChatGPT was a genuine differentiator. Companies were paying consultants thousands of dollars just to explain prompt engineering basics. That window closed faster than any opportunity window in business history. By 2026, AI literacy is table stakes. It's like knowing how to use Google. It's not a skill. It's a baseline expectation. The person sitting next to you at Starbucks has the same AI subscription you have. The freelancer in another country competing for your client has the same AI tools you have. The big corporation with a 1,000-person team also has those exact same AI tools plus a budget you cannot compete with. So the question becomes brutally simple. If the tool is the same for everyone, what makes you different? The answer is the same as it has always been. Your relationships, your reputation, your specific expertise, your understanding of a specific customer's specific problem. AI access is universal. Competitive advantage never is. Stop investing in the tool. Invest in what makes you irreplaceable. Keynote 5. Most AI business models have no moat. What if your entire AI-based business could be completely destroyed by a single product update from a company you have zero control over? And most people building AI businesses right now are one update away from zero. This is the moat problem, and it is catastrophic. A moat in business means the thing that protects you from competition. Strong brands have moats. Proprietary technology has moats. Deep customer relationships have moats. Exclusive distribution has moats. Most AI businesses being built right now have none of these things. Someone builds an AI writing tool. OpenAI releases a native feature that does the same thing. Business destroyed overnight. Someone builds an AI chatbot agency. The platforms build native chatbot features. Business disrupted immediately. Someone builds an AI video editing service. The video platforms add native AI editing. Service becomes irrelevant fast. If your business model depends entirely on you being the middleman between an AI company's technology and a customer's need, you are building on sand. Because the AI company can remove you from that equation at any moment, and they have every financial incentive to do exactly that. Real business requires real assets. Customer trust, proprietary data, brand recognition, specialized knowledge, and distribution you own. Build those first. Use AI to enhance them. Never make AI the foundation itself. Keynote 6. Execution and sales still decide everything. What if the single skill that separates every wealthy person from every broke person has absolutely nothing to do with the tools they use, and everything to do with one uncomfortable ability that most people actively avoid? That ability is selling, not manipulative selling, not aggressive selling, but the fundamental human ability to identify a problem someone desperately wants solved, communicate a solution clearly and compellingly, and move that person to make a decision that changes their life. AI cannot do this for you. AI can write sales copy, but it cannot replace the human who understands which emotional triggers matter for which specific audience segment. AI can generate leads, but it cannot replace the human who builds genuine trust on a sales call. AI can produce content, but it cannot replace the human whose authentic experience resonates with the exact person watching. The businesses that will win in 2026 are not the businesses with the most sophisticated AI stack. They are the businesses with the strongest sales process, the clearest offer, the most compelling positioning, and the deepest customer understanding. Those fundamentals have not changed since the first human traded one thing for another thing. The medium changes. Human psychology does not change. The people who understand this are quietly building empires while everyone else is arguing about which AI tool is best. Master the timeless skills. Use modern tools to amplify them. The full speech why AI won't make you rich in 2026. What if everything you've been told about AI and money is wrong? Not slightly wrong, not partially wrong, but fundamentally, catastrophically, expensively wrong in a way that is going to cost you the next 3 years of your life if you don't hear what I'm about to say right now? What if the people selling you AI income courses are making all their money from selling AI income courses and not a single dollar from the AI strategies they're teaching you? What if the passive income AI system you're about to buy is going to give you passive frustration, passive confusion, and passive regret, but zero passive income? What if I told you that in 2026, AI is going to make a very small number of people extraordinarily wealthy, and it's going to make the majority of people who chased AI as a strategy significantly poorer in time, money, and missed opportunity? And what if the difference between those two groups has absolutely nothing to do with which AI tool they use, which prompt they discovered, or which automation they built, but everything to do with something most people refuse to develop because it's difficult, unglamorous, and takes real time?
Stay with me.
Because what I'm about to tell you is the thing nobody in your feed has the courage or the financial incentive to say. And by the end of this, you're either going to be angry or you're going to be free. What if I told you that the most dangerous thing happening in the business world right now is not AI taking jobs, it's people voluntarily destroying their own financial futures by believing a story that sounds logical on the surface but collapses completely under 30 seconds of critical examination? Let me give you the story as it's being sold to you. AI is transforming everything. The opportunity is massive. You can automate your income. You can build passive revenue streams. You can compete with corporations using nothing but a laptop and the right tools. The future belongs to AI native entrepreneurs. Every single one of those sentences is technically true, and together they form one of the most effective lies ever constructed in the history of business marketing. Because what those sentences leave out is everything that actually determines whether you make money or not. Let me show you what's really happening. Right now, today, there are millions of people who have bought into the AI wealth narrative. They are building AI content agencies. They are creating AI automation services. They are selling AI-generated digital products. They are running AI-powered dropshipping operations. They are offering AI chatbot implementation to local businesses. And the overwhelming majority of them, we're talking numbers that would shock you, are making between $0 and $300 a month. Not because AI doesn't work, but because they fundamentally misunderstood what problem AI actually solves. AI solves an efficiency problem. It does not solve a business problem. If you don't have a real offer that real people desperately want, AI will help you produce that bad offer faster and at higher volume. If you don't have real positioning that makes you distinct in a crowded market, AI will help you blend into the crowd more efficiently. If you don't have real sales skills that convert conversations into revenue, AI will help you have more unconverting conversations at scale. Speed times zero is zero, and sophistication times zero is still zero. This is the equation that every AI guru conveniently forgets to put in their content. Here's what I want you to understand about tools. Every single generation has had its version of this conversation. When email arrived, people said it would revolutionize business. It did, but only for people who already knew how to communicate value. When social media arrived, people said anyone could build an empire. Some did, but only the people who understood audience psychology and had something genuine to offer. When e-commerce arrived, people said anyone could replace their income selling online. A few did, but only the people who understood product selection, customer service, and margin management. Every tool amplifies. It never creates from nothing. And AI is the most powerful amplifier in human history, which means it amplifies success for those who have the foundations, and it amplifies the appearance of activity without results for those who don't. The people winning with AI in 2026, and I mean genuinely, sustainably, significantly winning, are not the people who figured out the best AI prompt. They are the people who spent years developing real expertise in a specific domain, built real relationships with real clients who trust them, created real offers that solve real problems people will pay real money to solve, and only then layered AI on top of that foundation to move faster, produce more, and serve better. That sequence matters more than anything I will say today. Expertise first, relationships first, offer first, AI second, always. Now let's talk about the thing that is genuinely terrifying and almost nobody is discussing: the skill gap. When AI tools first became widely available, there was a brief window, maybe 18 months, where knowing how to use these tools effectively was a genuine competitive advantage. That window has closed. It closed faster than any opportunity window in business history, because adoption happened at a pace we have never seen before. By 2026, AI literacy is not a skill. It is a baseline expectation. It's the equivalent of knowing how to use a search engine or knowing how to send an email. Nobody pays you extra because you know how to Google something. Nobody gives you a premium because you can use ChatGPT. Because everyone can. And because everyone can, the tool itself creates no differentiation whatsoever. What this means is something that should stop you cold. The freelancer in another country competing for the same client you want has the exact same AI tools you have. They might have a lower cost of living that lets them undercut your pricing. The large agency down the road competing for the same business accounts you want has the same AI tools plus a brand, plus a team, plus a track record. The person who used to need a team of 10 to produce what you're producing alone can now do it with AI also. Everyone has access, and when everyone has access, access is worthless as a strategy. So here is the only question that matters. If the tools are equal, what makes you unequal in the best possible way? What do you have that cannot be downloaded, cannot be subscribed to, and cannot be replicated by someone who just discovered the same tool you discovered? The answer is your specific knowledge of a specific problem for a specific type of person. Your genuine relationships with people who already trust you. Your reputation built through delivering real results over real time. Your brand that people feel something about. Your distribution that you own and nobody can take from you. These things take time to build. They are not sexy. They do not make for compelling YouTube thumbnails. But they are the only things that create durable wealth in any environment, AI or otherwise. Let me talk about the passive income illusion because it deserves to be completely and permanently destroyed. The phrase passive income with AI is one of the most destructively misleading phrases in the modern financial conversation. Not because passive income doesn't exist, it does. But because it exists at the end of a very long journey of extremely active work, and AI does not change that fundamental reality. The author who earns royalties while sleeping did decades of active writing, active publishing, active marketing, and active audience building first. The investor who earns dividends while on vacation did decades of active wealth accumulation, active education, and active decision-making first. The business owner whose systems generate revenue without their daily involvement spent years actively building those systems, hiring and training those people, and refining those processes first. Passive is a phase. It is never a starting point. And anyone who tells you that you can build passive AI income without first going through a very active and demanding phase of skill development, offer creation, and market validation is selling you a story that mathematically cannot be true. What AI can do is accelerate your active phase. It can help you test faster. It can help you produce more. It can help you serve better. It can compress years of learning into months if you use it correctly, as a learning accelerator, not as a replacement for learning. But the active phase cannot be skipped. It can only be compressed slightly. And even with compression, you are looking at years, not weeks. The course that promises you passive AI income in 30 days is a course designed to take your money in 30 days. That is its actual business model. Now, I need to talk about moats, because this is where most AI businesses are going to collapse in a way that breaks people who didn't see it coming. A business moat is what protects you from competition destroying your revenue. Strong brands, proprietary data, deep customer relationships, exclusive distribution, network effects. These are moats. The vast majority of AI businesses being built right now have no moat whatsoever. If your business model is, I use AI tools to do X service for clients, your moat is that you know how to use those AI tools slightly better than your client does. That moat is approximately 2 YouTube tutorials deep. The moment your client's nephew figures out the same tool, or the moment a cheaper competitor enters your market with the same tool, your moat evaporates completely. If your business model is, I built an AI-powered tool that does Y, you are one product update away from the AI company whose technology you're built on releasing that exact feature natively. And they have a user base of millions and a marketing budget that makes yours look like a rounding error. The businesses that will survive and thrive in an AI-saturated 2026 market are the businesses built on assets that AI cannot replicate or undercut. A brand that people are loyal to, a community that people belong to, expertise so specific and so deep that no prompt can replicate it, customer relationships so strong that price becomes secondary. These are the moats that matter. Build the moat first. Use AI to dig it faster. But never mistake the shovel for the moat. And finally, the most important thing I will say today, the thing that is the actual answer to the question of who gets wealthy in 2026 and who doesn't, selling. Not AI, not automation, not passive systems, not clever prompts, selling. The ability to find a person who has a problem they are actively suffering from, help them understand that their problem is solvable, communicate that you specifically can solve it, and move them to make a decision. That ability is what separates every wealthy person from every broke person at every moment in economic history. AI can write your sales copy. It cannot replace the judgment of knowing which emotional truth to lead with for which specific audience. AI can generate your leads. It cannot replace the human presence that creates trust on a sales call. AI can create your content. It cannot replace the authentic vulnerability that makes someone feel genuinely seen and understood. The businesses that dominate in 2026 will have the clearest offers, meaning one specific result for one specific person at one specific price. They will have the strongest sales processes, meaning a repeatable system for converting conversations to revenue. They will have the deepest customer understanding, meaning they know their customers' fears and desires better than that customer knows them themselves. And they will have the most compelling positioning, meaning there is an obvious reason to choose them over every other option in the market. AI enhances all of those things, but it builds none of them from scratch. The timeless skills, selling, communication, problem identification, offer creation, relationship building, those are what create wealth. They always have. They always will. The medium changes. Human psychology does not. Use AI. Master it. Implement it aggressively in your business. But never confuse the amplifier with the signal. Never confuse the tool with the skill. And never confuse movement with progress. Build something real. Sell something real. Serve someone real. That is what makes you rich. In 2026. In 2036. In every year that has ever existed and every year that will ever exist. Conclusion. Everything we covered today comes down to one truth that is both simple and difficult in equal measure. AI is not a wealth creation strategy. It is a wealth amplification tool. And amplification only produces extraordinary results when it is applied to something extraordinary already in motion. The 6 realities we examined, that AI amplifies but doesn't create, that skill gaps are widening, not closing, that passive income remains a destination requiring an active journey, that universal access creates zero competitive advantage, that most AI business models have no protective moat, and that selling remains the one irreplaceable human skill. These are not pessimistic observations, they are liberating ones, because they redirect your energy from chasing a tool that millions of people have to developing something that nobody can take from you. Your expertise, your relationships, your reputation, your ability to identify a problem and solve it in a way that makes someone's life genuinely better. The people who understand this in 2026 will use AI to build faster than any generation before them. The people who don't will spend years in expensive, exhausting motion that produces nothing of lasting value. You now understand the difference. That understanding is worth more than any AI course, any automation system, or any passive income promise currently being marketed to you. Go build something real. Sell it honestly. Serve people exceptionally. The rest will follow.